The Big Sussex Village Tour on BBC Sussex.
Yes. Well, as you've probably been listening to our reporter Simon Jenkins just recently, he's been travelling across the county every day in July, weekdays, weekends, he just doesn't care, visiting dozens of local villages. It's all part of the BBC Sussex Big Village Tour, and he joins us once again now live from the Scarecrow Festival in Nyewood. You know, Simon, I didn't know where Joe Talbot had gone off to this week, but obviously that's where he is, isn't it? He's a scarecrow.
Well, I have to say, Graham, as you drive into the village of Nyewood, you do see what seems to be the complete presenter lineup of BBC Sussex and BBC Surrey. Let me just see if this works. Can I say, live on the BBC, good morning, Nyewood? Good morning! We can't hear you. Good morning, Nyewood? There's a few of them out here this morning. Tanya, I think you're sort of semi-responsible for this wonderful group of people here this morning and the rather strange people that seem to be dotted around your village. Is there a way out of this village? Can I just check that?
Yes, there are two ways out, and we get a constant stream of traffic through the village, all enjoying the wonderful array of scarecrows that everyone in the village has put together.
Why scarecrows?
It was a good theme. We felt it would bring everybody together, and I don't think you'll find a more eclectic mix of scarecrows if you searched far and wide.
Are you sure they're not settling old scores here and saying, I think they are? Oh, that looks a bit like Mrs. Moggins at number 58.
I couldn't possibly comment.
So yes, they are. Excellent. Well, that's good. That's good for community adhesion, isn't it? So how many people live in the village?
Oh,
roughly.
Well, there's about 100 houses, so you know, a couple of hundred people at least.
And how many scarecrows?
Well, over 61, I think, at the last count.
68, Penny. Right, okay, 68.
68 and 50 households have taken part.
Why do this lot all love scarecrows then? Because they're a bit scary to me.
Is to shock everybody as they drive through, and I tell you, the best thing is that the cars have slowed down, people have walked through with huge smiles on their faces, and it's been a brilliant event.
And what's actually happening today? Because I'm going to go amongst the crowd. Are they safe?
Yes, they're safe.
Right, even that one over there, yeah.
We have barbecue, and starts at 1:30, and then we'll have the prize giving at 3 p.m. We're also joined by a local poet who's going to read a special poem that she's created for the event, and we'll just have some fun.
Okay, let me just dive in. If we don't meet again, it was nice to know you, yeah. Madam, what's so brilliant about village life?
It's just idyllic. Hate towns, just want the countryside, the peace and quiet, and good crowds, community.
And scarecrows?
Fantastic. The imagination has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We've got a cricketer, because we're cricketers, so...
A cricketing scarecrow?
Yep.
This lady, I believe your husband's got something to do with this, but he's disappeared off to some other engagement.
Yes, he's unfortunately had to go to Silverstone today for some reason.
Oh, shame on him.
Yeah, absolutely no idea why.
And everybody's smiling, everybody's laughing. I mean, hopefully it's going to stay dry for the afternoon, but what's it done for the village, do you think?
Well, I think it's got people out talking and walking around the village and put the community together. That's the aim.
And sir, favourite scarecrow for you?
The black dog, the scarecrow, is a little black Labrador up the road. It's fantastic, simple, looks really good, and just says everything.
I thought it was going to run out onto the road, actually, I have to say. Sir, yours?
I like the policeman. It's slowing the traffic down. It's brilliant.
Sussex County Council, are you listening? Sir, you've been taking loads of photographs. What do you like?
I like the umpire one, the tennis one. They're very topical, isn't it? And the bicycle here with the Tour de France starting. That's very good.
Fantastic. So you all enjoying yourself doing the scarecrows? Oh, hang on, one last lady. Sorry, I'll save them. Madam.
The whole point of the scarecrows here is to try and get the village hall rebuilt. So we've got an old village hall. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be replaced. This has brought the village together, and we're all pulling behind the fact that the village hall is going to be rebuilt, and we're going to try and do scarecrows again in the future.
So 68 this year, 168 next year?
Well, easily, I would have thought.
And can I just say, some of them do look a lot like our BBC Sussex presenters, I have to be honest. So it's just like being at work. So Thanks very much indeed for your time. From Nyewood back to BBC Sussex and BBC Surrey.
Simon, before
Goodbye.
you go, bye-bye, Nyewood.
No.
Before you go, can we borrow that cricketing scarecrow and put it in the Australians' Ashes dressing room next week?
I think I will ask that question, and I think if anything will work, that could work.
I doubt it, though. Simon, thank you. In Nyewood there, Simon Jenkins, our reporter, all part of the BBC Sussex Big Village Tour.